It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Coming live from the luscious lawns of LaPel, Indiana. Bullshit. And Frenchie hanging out.
You're like, stop it, Shep. It's hanging out with Nick and Pierce of Deadfoot. Punk.
Just Deadfoot.
Deadfoot. Okay.
Deadfoot.
Yeah, I was like, do we throw the punk in there?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not today.
Just Deadfoot.
Hell yeah.
On socials, it's Deadfoot Punk, though.
Deadfoot Punk. Yeah. I don't know if you caught that, but I might have used the wrong logo.
Motherfucker.
In the artwork. It was like,
Time for another fucking post.
let's see. Yeah. This motherfucker.
Okay, here we go, Shep. Not you too, man.
Hell yeah. Got the band name right. Got the logo wrong. See that little thing right there?
Skull.
The ghostly skull.
Oh, man. It's the dog. We've got the blue dog with the yellow Deadfoot. I should have sent you something. It's my fault. You were like, do you have anything? And I was like, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, like I'm usually pretty good at it. I just fucked it up. I just saw this Deadfoot and I was like, that's the one.
That must be it. I'm going to do no more research than this. I found a thing.
Yeah, I could have just looked at the next one. And I just didn't. So you guys have, you're playing Friday, Terre Haute, Saturday. That's the Kokomo at Our House Records. And it's kind of, what's the word for that? Like a fucking, what is the word for that? I can't think today.
We're back.
Coupe de Grace? I don't know.
Yeah, like you're coming back.
It's like a homecoming.
It's like a grand opening.
Yeah.
Kokomo's our
Exactly.
hometown now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We're from Kokomo. We associate with Kokomo now. So
Yeah.
sorry, Indianapolis. We're moving on.
We quit our jobs. We're moving our families up to Kokomo.
Actually, I'm looking at houses in Kokomo. So it's
Could you
It sounds like Kokomo's the place to be right now. Like, is that your experience?
well, we were the story. We worked with a shady promoter. He's not based in Kokomo. We played a show in Kokomo. This was just a couple weeks ago. So we're coming back after it's 16 days apart are the shows, something like that. So I think that's the most we've ever played two cities or the same city twice in a time span, the shortest amount of time between shows. And we had this experience that I can go into more detail on, or I could just give you the abbreviated version, abridged.
just imagine all the people that will watch this in the future that may not understand. So you can elaborate. Context, yeah. I mean,
Okay, so
however you want to go about it. Hell yeah.
this song, a song came from the situation. Done in Kokomo was the song that I wrote about this experience that we had. But basically, we worked with a promoter who didn't fulfill his end of the bargain, his end of the contract, if you will. Not that, and there was a contract actually, but I just told the story of what happened, and it got a lot of attention, like in the Indianapolis scene, and just with a lot of people that I know who have had similar experiences, but people don't usually say something.
Mm-hmm.
They usually are just like, well, that guy sucked. I don't want to work with that guy again. And something about the situation, I mean, a lot about the situation just rubbed us the wrong way. And so I decided to say something. And then there was a comment made that was like, Done in Kokomo coming soon by Mr. Greg Brenner. very influential member of the scene. And I was like, you know what? Done in Kokomo is coming soon. So I wrote the song, and we're rushing it out in record time for us, which this song, as of September 30th, is a thing in existence. And now it's October 9th. So it's been less than a week and a half. We're going to put the song out on Friday. It's just, we wanted to capture the moment that happened, like the moment that was in the culture of Indianapolis and the surrounding cities like Kokomo, and just sort of record this moment in time. And maybe people who have worked in the industry with shady people will take inspiration from this song or relate to it in some way, because it's an experience that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Working with shady, like pay to play situations, or people who take deposits on venues for festivals that they're booking and then never pay the venue. Like, it's just different things that happen. And I thought it was time to say something, and I didn't mean to be. I didn't really think it would get that much attention, but it did.
Hell
So
yeah.
Well, communication is kind of key, right? I feel like that's kind of the nature of it. And, you know, if you have an experience, it's probably a good idea to communicate what that experience is. It'd save a lot of people, you know, a lot of trouble.
yeah, I mean, I got suckered, man. I paid this guy to join his roster, and don't expect any money back. You're right. I should move on from this. I should stop. See, that's why I'm like, I feel bad about this, just having to say something. It's weird for me. Weird for me to have a statement, guys. I'm not a very dramatic person.
I'll get that clip for you and send it over.
Appreciate it. I love
like that right there. I don't know why that sounded so cool, but it really did. That's why part of me was like, do I want that to stop? Because that sounds so neat. Did it repeat itself, or was that you?
No, it repeated itself.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm over here fucking off. Like, getting this thing set up.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
No way, man. That's what we do.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm like, all right, guys, can I play a song now? Like, this is a kind of a
hell yeah. And actually, as long as my let's get out of there. That would be the reason why I was doing that. I basically had the show running on into the Roadcaster Pro. So the show was running live into the Roadcaster Pro, even though we're running the show out of the. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. All right, so here you want to go ahead and throw this on there, that track.
Sure. Yeah.
All right,
Let's listen to it.
Hear the song, guys. I don't know. Sneak preview comes out Friday.
We'll go ahead and put the flyers up while we check that out for
What's
Friday
up, Dennis?
and Saturday.
Dennis.
Jordan says that
Murders.
something else.
More proud of Indy, time to lay down in your bed. Just don't act like a scumbag. It's not about the paycheck, it's not about the fans, not about the music, not even about the bands. Don't rip off the artists, just do your fucking job. Choose to start this business, don't be a fucking knob. We need a call to action. We need a rally cry. The scene cannot exist without people who hold it high. Charismatic leaders need some sanity.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I loved it. Hell yeah, man. That was dope. It reminds me of reminded me earlier actually, and I was trying to get all this stuff set up. I when we first started doing Midweek Crisis, the opening, so right now we use the remote controls. I don't want to give a fuck. But originally the opening song was called You're Drunk Bill. And it's about a shitty like promoter that would like give people a hard time for not coming out to his shows. Yeah.
Nothing gets you to go to an event like guilt.
Yeah.
It's like, come
You
on,
know,
guys.
you know.
And then like he wouldn't even show up for his own event.
Oh my god,
Type, you know, one of those
Right.
guys.
dude! Everyone has a story about working with someone like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
we all. It's just like, why? Why do
I-
those people?
Well, it's almost like getting burnt is a part of it, and the question is why is getting burnt a part of it? Like, what is that about?
Most of us don't make any money. Like,
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
why
let
do
me
we have
leave
to
in
get
my
burnt?
fucking Ferrari back to my mansion. Like, that's not a thing.
well, we all have been burned many times before, probably. So it's like, why does it have to keep happening?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So Tight Like a Tiger got added to the bill in Terre Haute Friday, and Lindsay, I gave her a call, and she was I guess she was in Illinois playing a show,
Mhm.
and I just texted her. I was like, "Hey, Tight Like a Tiger's in for the for Terror," and she responded like, "Dope, that's awesome. I'll go ahead and get you guys added to the flyer." And I was like, "Trigger!" Oh, I was like, you know what I mean? In that moment, I was like,
Damn.
"Is she fucking with me? Did she say that on purpose?" Like, because, and that's the thing is like, to me, I probably would have been like, when I saw your post, I was like, yeah, dude, you are 100% in the right. Like, that's fucked up. Like, okay, when someone saves the day, right? Like, last minute, shake shit up. It's, you know, the day of the show. Somebody's got COVID. One of the bands drops off, and you hit somebody up. You try to find someone to fill in. That, in that case, like, no, dude, your band is not getting added to the flyer 3 hours before the fucking show. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But come on, man, that's fucked up. I don't think I don't think I have ever like heard. I've never heard of that happening to anybody before until Deadfoot in that show. It's kind of it's
Pretty
just
low.
it's unheard of.
I mean, yeah, dude, it was kind of insulting, disrespectful, what have you, you know. And the dude got what was coming. I mean, you know, it's been rough for him, and that's a consequence of the way he conducts himself. But that said, like, just so many things about the situation just rubbed me the wrong way. You know, he leaving us off the flyer was just one thing of many. But the fact that it was like he told us, should I really get into it? I mean, I can go like detail by point. I'm not trying.
Totally up to you, man. Like, yeah, it's freedom of speech.
The post is on Facebook. Like, you can read basically
Yeah.
everything that happened. But it's essentially, we were left off the flyer, lied to about who was actually on the bill. I had another band reach out to me and say we were never attached to that show. Like, we never agreed to play that show.
Like ghost show situation where it's like show is supposedly set up and all of a sudden
yeah.
it doesn't fucking exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was this
Oh.
other band, and then he had them like build at the top of the flyer, and he sold me on like, well, yeah, dude, like they've sold a bunch of tickets. It's gonna be a really good show. It's gonna, you know, and he was like, they're the headliner. They sell tickets. It's like, okay, cool. I'll agree to the show. Come to find out after the fact, they were never attached. Another band dropped off a week beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Tell
last minute
us, yeah.
fill in.
Didn't let us know about it.
Didn't let us know about any of this. The band's dropping off, or we didn't find out till we arrived there, way before we needed to be there, because we were
Right.
told to arrive at 5:00, which we did. The show didn't start till 8, and so 2 bands dropped off the bill. It was supposed to start at 6. Cool, we'll hang out, and we did, and it was fine. We played the show, and then there was like issues with the lineup order, and
There was a chalkboard venue.
There was a
There
chalkboard.
was a chalkboard, and it had, on the wall, it had 2 bands that were playing, and
Right.
it said TBA underneath.
We were
He was
we were
there.
billed as
So
TBA.
we were actually TBA.
They were waiting for the right moment to announce
and
Deadfoot.
just, they showed
Yeah,
up, like,
dude, I
that
will-
moment came and went.
I will not
he
put a
wouldn't even change
poster.
that.
I will not put a poster out if you don't know the lineup. And like me personally, the way that I like to book shows is actually fucking know people, know the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if not, like, yeah, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna be like, hey, are you for real? Is this for real? Like, what's going on? Dude, when it comes to the situation, like I said, man, I feel like communication would be key.
Tom's anybody?
I'm good.
No, thank you.
All right.
Not a sponsor of the show, by the way.
Not sponsored by Tom's.
They do work there.
Yeah, and through all that, we never made it on the flyer. So he never bothered to update it. He was not responsive. He was just unprofessional with the way he handled it. Of course, taking the cut off the top, he's like, well, after the first 20 tickets are sold at $5 a pop, after the first $100 is taken by me as overhead or whatever, then we'll split the rest between the bands. Well, there weren't 20 tickets sold. So
Right.
I think he said the show made like $60 or something,
Mhm.
which if you're the promoter of a show,
Well,
promote the show.
I'll tell you right now, man. Like, I played a show in Kokomo once, and it was with Dwarf Among Midgets, and the venue was like they charged us for water, like tap water, to have a water.
That's rough.
They were yeah, and
Especially if you're
they weren't
playing.
paying any of the bills,
Yeah.
like any of the bands, and I didn't know this until afterwards, but Maddie Mandays, he fucking like ran us down as we were like packing up. He's like, hey, here's $40 for gas, man. And that's the thing, is like, whoever that guy is, I don't know who he is. I know that like the situation that happened with you guys is probably a common thing in the metal scene. And because I had people commenting on my post basically stating that this is like the final fucking, like, people can't take any more of that crap from this person. So I wonder how he even got into a punk show if that's not normally what he works in. So, but either fucking way,
It sounds like somebody needs to step up.
my point
and
is,
take over that role.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like at the end of the day,
Send the business to Stranger Attractions, man. They're fucking killers. They could rock out. I'm sure they could take on some more. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucking out there kicking ass and taking names. Like,
Yeah.
kudos to Stranger Attractions and what they do, especially for our metal scene. But the people that run Outhouse, that's where you guys are going to be playing Saturday night, and that's with Misunderstood, John Q. Public, Dylan Salazar Band, Ever Road, and of course Deadfoot.
We were last added to that bill. We got added to that bill after the story came out with the promoter.
Hell yeah.
We got offered that show, and I was like, mostly because it sounded fun, gonna have a great time. We love all those bands, but also because this guy was like, "You'll never play in Kokomo again. You're done in Kokomo." And 16 days later, here we are.
Yeah.
Fuck you, guy.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so neat. I mean, it's kind of neat to like actually have somebody say that to you. You know what I mean?
It's like, where is this coming from, dude?
Yeah, it's like getting kicked out of a Pizza Hut. You're never having Pizza Hut again in the rest of your life. You're banned worldwide. Get off. No more hot wings from Pizza Hut.
You
Yeah,
just
like-
order delivery.
It's fucking wild, man. That it is kind of like, I wonder if there's drugs involved. There's got to be.
Usually, like when you run into a promoter that does things like that, like usually there's some bad stuff involved.
See, I don't like promoting, but when I do, I spend most of my time trying to find coke for the people that are in from like out of state. That's my job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Help the bands. I'm here for you. Not give me my 150 so I can get a fucking 8-ball
Right.
for me.
Right.
No, it's like, we're out here trying to fucking rock and roll, man. That's the energy.
It's sex, drugs, and rock and roll in that order.
And paranormal. Oh my god. So how fast did you record that? You just wrote it, like, obviously in the last 2 weeks.
Run us through that
let's
process.
hear that.
Yeah, give us a timeline.
Okay, so I wrote that song, I think September 30th. I have the exact date. I'm pretty sure that's what it comes out to. So we played the show September 25th. I made the post September 27th. Within 4 days, this dude is really seeing consequences for his actions. But I wrote Done in Kokomo on the 30th, I believe. Whatever that Monday was. Monday that's right around there. It sounds right. Anyway, we have home studio set up, so I want to give Colin from Deadfoot a shout out. He's our drummer. He's fucking amazing. If there's any one member of the band that I want to showcase to the world and believe that his talent is like world class, not to say that everyone else's talent isn't also world
Pierce is like, what the
class.
fuck?
Fuck you, Pierce. You suck. I'm sorry. But Colin is like a fucking amazing drummer. He recorded this song. He's played it twice in his life. The first time we recorded it just to record it was his first time ever playing the song. He got like 98% of it. And then the second time he just fucking nailed it.
That's
And it was like,
amazing.
okay, Colin, you're fucking incredible. Please stop.
Machine.
That's dope.
Because you're putting the bar on me to showcase you to the world. So now I have to show off Colin because he's amazing. But that was last weekend, I think. That was Sunday. No, when was that? That was Friday. Was that Friday, Pierce, that we went to Colin's house?
I think it was Sunday.
Was it Sunday? Okay, it was
fast. It happens.
it was like Sunday, and then Monday I did guitars, and then Tuesday I did vocals. It was like in the course of 3 or 4 days we recorded this song. I don't know. And then we sent it to
Please say that, promoter. Please, for the love of fucking everything, say that, promoter.
No, we didn't.
Damn it.
we did not.
Damn it.
We did not. That would have been hilarious. But anyway, my buddy Danny mixed and mastered it. He got it done in one mix. That's a one mix out the door.
That's
I think it
awesome.
sounds pretty fucking amazing for
Oh yeah.
one mix. So
I'm hoping it came over good on the show. That's why I
Yeah.
actually brought it down a little bit, because of like,
They'll
It's-
compress the piss out of
Yeah.
it.
so I was like, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit just to make sure it's clean. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time, like Facebook or YouTube, they wild.
right.
It's like a whole thing. I'll shut the fuck up about it.
Did you see what Wayne said?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was waiting. I didn't want to like interrupt everybody.
Oh, dude, that's such a brilliant idea.
Ooh, I like that.
I
Wayne.
think we should just do it anyway.
Yeah,
like
let's
just,
go.
yeah, like you don't have to be banned. Just show up and play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about doing that a lot in Fountain Square. Like, dude, I could just
Yeah.
set up and just start playing, and people would probably come. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pop up shows like that, is that the culture of Indianapolis?
Yeah.
It should be, maybe.
Guerrilla marketing.
Somebody was doing this thing where they have this bus. It's here in Indy.
Right.
It's like the Rock Bus or something. I don't know, but they make music videos, and it's like all done on a bus, and you're driving around downtown Indianapolis, like recording a fucking song live or whatever. It's really fucking cool.
That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
know. Seeing it makes me want to like find it, because now I feel bad, because it is an indie DIY type group, and they should get all the love and support on this show, like all of our other artists and promoters and whatnot. So my voice is like in and out.
I think Wayne has your back.
He's got a name shout out. Jake Huber.
Oh, there it is. All right. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hell yeah.
Where's my button? Do I still have it? I'm gonna have to do it myself. All right, hold on. It used to have a button for it, but hashtag you're canceled. Now this is what it.
I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds so loud to us, but that's actually
It's called Music in Transit.
Music and Transit
That's
Series.
cool.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out to
cool.
Cuba.
We need some good rock representation, punk representation.
Well, it's, you know, I don't know. I've read some really wild things online, so it's just like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, like, come on, man. I don't understand. Like, oh,
You think people aren't paying attention?
Like, there's a promotion company. I saw a big long post basically saying after what happened to you guys, he like looked into every detail of how that show is handled. And now he moving forward, he knows exactly, it's like the perfect way to not how to not, you know, to not how to, God damn it.
How to not?
How to, thank you, Klaus. How to not promote a show.
Yeah.
Like all
Not
together,
promote a show.
the whole thing, even just a promotion company in general, this is not how you want to do the thing. Because
100%.
basically it's a way of alienating the artists and also like fucking them over. There's so much into it, and there's so many things that's like behind that, and there's all, you know, whatever. And, you know, by the way, whoever these people are, I have an attorney, so with it. We're good. Like freedom of speech, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
I don't know what's going on. Plausible deniability.
Yeah, dude, you're just getting looped in on the story, man.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I prefer, I like being a fly on the wall. That's how I prefer to interact with just everyone in general. I feel like everything becomes really crystal clear with time. You know, the truth always comes out in the end. And
He won in a what?
yeah,
This guy has won an Emmy for his work.
dude,
Yeah.
music in transit. We gotta make that happen.
Oh, that's, I thought that, my God. Yes. Holy shit. I thought we were talking about the promoter in Cowco.
No, dude, motherfucker.
So what everything you just heard me say, I was referring to the promoter in Kokomo.
I was a little confused
Like,
where you were coming from, but I was like,
Music
shut
in
up.
Transit. I fucking love you, and if you got a fucking problem with it, I've got an attorney, dude. So what's up? Or, yeah.
No,
Like,
promoter is a different guy.
wow. Now it's time to hit the button. Like, Jesus.
At least it all timed out perfect.
Yeah. It went right over my head, dude. Like, fuck. But hell yeah, thank you, Wayne, for getting that information over to us. That's really cool.
Yeah,
You cleared up a lot of confusion for Shep. I think.
for sure.
So much entertainment in one podcast.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I liked playing for Wayne. In all honesty, any show that he's ever put together, yeah, I don't know. Is he still putting together shows? Wayne, are you still putting together shows? Anytime that I've played for Wayne, he's always put on a killer show. Communication's always been great. Like, he's always fair. You know what I mean? It's weird. See, he's not right now. You need to get back at that, man. We need people like you.
I'll say this: you would be hell bent to not look at some part of the walls in this room and not see his artwork.
Yeah.
Obviously, the one that he painted to me on the live
Yep.
podcast, that was the 1 year anniversary show.
Yeah.
But
That's
like
dope.
remote controls, they've used his artwork. Like, there's the one above Abby Hart's original piece there, but above, you can't even see it because of the camera. But yeah, he did that too. Yeah, he's a really good artist. It's all over them, motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd take all night. But yeah, shout out Wayne. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me pull this up here. There we go. I was have you and you've never dealt with anything like this before, right? Like the whole thing, like up there. I can't imagine, because you did Dead on TV for a while, right?
Dead on TV.
Did I say that wrong? It's Dead on TV. Weren't you in
War on TV?
War on TV? God damn it.
War on TV. Yeah.
You need to make a combo.
We worked
bands.
with a shady promoter in Erlanger, Kentucky one time. We got to open for Tantric. and that was a pay to play. How many tickets can you sell? Kind of show. You get to open for Tantric. The band orders decided by how many tickets you sell. And we sold like 2 tickets. It was like a couple of our girlfriends came. And it's this fucking little smokers bar, like outside Cincinnati on the Kentucky side, where apparently bands like Tantric go and play.
Was it Southgate?
No, it wasn't Southgate. No, it was
I was
called.
gonna
It was
say,
called. Oh, dude, I don't want to flame the venue. No.
Shout out to Southgate. I like Southgate.
Yeah, I've reached out to Southgate for years. They've never put me on a bill.
Yeah, I think that's one of those, like, you gotta know the person, I feel like, and like I've been out of the loop with them for so long, I wouldn't know who to book with down through there.
We're not cool enough to play there. Sorry, Pierce. But it's this shit. I wanna say it.
Say it.
Fuck it. Peek
It.
Open like 6 bands before Tantric, so that was a fun time. That was War on TV. It was back in the War on TV days.
Hell yeah. I can't believe I said it wrong.
I feel like you have to put together a combo band and call it Dead on TV.
That's why I was confused. I was like, "Are you?
So there's a
Are you
band.
portmanteauing my bands?"
There's a band from Chicago called Dead on TV. That's where that's why I think that's why I said that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny how that's a mix of like Deadfoot and War on TV.
Yeah.
I can
And
see
then-
how that would happen.
And then Death by Television is the Lillingtons album. Starting out there. Like, yeah.
So many dead things.
There's a lot.
So many TVs.
A lot of Dead Wars TVs. You know, I get it. We're not original. We're not clever. You know, we just
I think what you just did is one of the most original, clever things ever. You literally fired back fast
Yeah.
at a fucking
I like it.
shitty situation. Got it out. You did win. You won an award on Saturday at the Punk Rock Night Awards. Is that correct?
we did.
Yeah.
We did. We won the Greg Brenner Founders Award for I assume contributions to I don't know. I'm just being silly. Greg presented he gave us the award. I was late to the ceremony, of course. I didn't get to accept my own award. I've been playing in punk bands for like 10 years, nominated year over year, and I've never won an award. And this year I wanted to get over there and I wasn't able to get there on time. And of course we won this year and I was like, fuck.
Oh,
God.
man.
Damn it, that's fucking life. But it is what it is.
Well,
So-
congratulations,
But
man.
it was exciting. Yeah, I mean, I'm making it about me, but it was an amazing moment. It was really cool. So, I loved it, man. It was. I appreciate the recognition, and I asked Greg if he gave us the award because of what happened in Kokomo, and he said no. I was already going to give it to you, but that was a cool thing. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. So how many people are in Deadfoot? 3?
4.
4. And when did you guys start playing?
So Deadfoot started during quarantine. It's a COVID baby. I found out that I was going to be a father, and I was like, I'm almost 30, and I'm I don't know. I was playing more on TV. It's like I had stuff going on, but I was like, I still have these songs that I just came out of me. I was like, I just have these songs now. Like this sort of coincides with me becoming a father, the journey of that. And then, so I wrote a song. We put it out. It was me and Johnny Kincannon at the time. And then I had a couple other guitarists. I played with like Matt Corkin. I had a couple of dudes in the band in the early days. And then Matt Leahy, he's in the band now. He's my guitarist. Foundational engineering mind, very intelligent guy. I love him as a like how he can work a guitar rig and how he can like make sounds and like work a pedal board. Like I'm a bass player. I plug and play and it's like cool, man. It fucking whatever.
Hell yeah.
But like I love how guitarists can do that shit. And he's got an engineering mind. He helps us. We work out of his home studio for the most part, except for drums at Colin's house, who's our drummer. So it's just amazing how he can sort of produce music. It's cool. And get songs out in a short amount of time. And then, so Matt's in the band, and then Colin joined not long after. So it's Matt on guitar, Colin on drums, and then Mr. Pierce Duncan. Mr. Pierce, he and I have been playing in bands together for 15 years.
Hell yeah.
And he took a life detour to California for almost 10 years. He was in Miami for a couple of years. And then when he came back to Indy, I was like, hey, Pierce, you want to play in my band? I've got this band. And he just
I
fucking,
was like, fuck yeah.
fucking
You got the old whoopsie daisy. You,
like
you
no
came
time
back to
to pass it
Indiana.
in.
You can't leave now.
Basically.
I'm happy to be back though.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Well, I think it's super rad to have another kick-ass band in the scene, you know, and especially one that's birthed out of something, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of bands right now that are birthed out of nothing, just boredom, you know what I mean? And I feel like we could use a shake-up, you know, some conviction. That'd be great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not to bring up like old shit, but I that night when you guys played in Kokomo, I got a message from Cameron. You probably Cameron Warnick from
Okay.
Lawn Dart
Massacre. Yeah.
And it was like basically like the same story, except for whatever reason they got to be on the fucking flyer. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm sitting here like having this conversation with him, and my palms are getting sweaty because I'm like, this is my boy, dude. This is Messi Gravis, and he, like, he's such a good dude, and he looks out for people, and they all do, Kibbles and Maddie, and I'm like, well, please, like, give him another chance, because they just opened this, you know, this record store, and they just started booking these shows. I'm sure, like, he, you know, and in the back of my head, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. He's been booking shows for like 15 fucking years, but just not out of this record store. And then when you put your post up, I read it and I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, and then I was like, wait a minute. This explains everything. And I fucking text
dude.
Cameron. Like,
I wanna say for the record that I don't blame the venue or anyone associated with the venue whatsoever. Everyone there, like, they put on a show. The sound was good. It was really fun. I had a good time, except for anything with the promoter, basically. Anything related to the promoter was not cool, but everything else was fine. So it's not like we had a bad time. I was just like, this isn't how you should be conducting business.
I agree. And but yeah, I was like, okay, now we can. I like basically broke it down to him, like, this whole time I thought you were talking about Outhouse Records, and it wasn't that at all. It was actually this totally different company. And what's wild to me is, like, they hit Messi up and asked him for a favor to put the bill there, and then turn around and basically, like, put, like, blame on, like, Outhouse. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. So part of, like, last week we had another Kokomo venue, like Max and Ben Huey from Stackhouse and or the Gasworks in Kokomo. And I was like, well, let's go to town. Let's have some fun. Because, you know, like, when there's a lot of, like, this is, you know, if you've been in indie, like, this shit's been going on since the fucking 80s, guys.
70s, man.
Probably longer than that,
70s,
yeah.
Especially in the punk scene.
Yeah.
Drama, people doing blah, 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 whatever. So I was just kind of like, well, let's have some fun. You know what I mean? Let's poke some fun.
Apparently there's a lot of scene drama happening right now, and I'm not in the loop on it at all.
Yeah.
I could give a fuck less. I really don't give a shit. I'm
Right.
gonna sit in my garage and make music, and like I'm lucky enough to know this guy and get to come meet you guys. And
Dude.
Dude, there's this awesome. They have these settings on, like, social media where it's really cool. If you go to somebody's profile, you can do all these cool things, like block them. unfollow them, put them on break, you know? So like when I see posts that are like not, it's okay. Like for example, like Chris, not Chris, but why am I saying names? Anyways, whenever I see a one-off, okay, fine. But when it's like consistent, like negative and or like complaining, I just fucking, it's like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Unfollow. Bam. It's gone. No more negativity.
It disappears.
In my life. And I actually had somebody hit me up and say like something about it. And I'm just like, well, here's the thing. These people that you're talking about, I don't see their post. So I'm unaffected by their bullshit. Right. And then number 2 is when people call or text me with tea, you know what I tell them to do? To never do it again. I have to sit on these shows for like hours. I do not want your information in my head. Okay.
It's hard enough to remember all the other bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need it in my head. I don't want it. So I just like unfollow people and ask people not to tell me shit that I don't want to fucking hear. You know what I mean? So
I'm not a dramatic person. Like I don't feel good about how things unfolded with the situation. Like I have guilt about it, but it had to be said. And I mean, I like it sucks, man. Cause I wish people could be more professional and then this kind of thing wouldn't have to happen.
yes.
But I don't know if it's hopefully an example of how people shouldn't behave moving forward, like with the post about how not to promote shows.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully more people like take the scene seriously because there's so much talent here. And it's heartbreaking to me that like the scene is so fractured or like different. The city is so spread out or whatever it is that makes it hard for Indianapolis to have a good music culture. Because there's a ton of talented artists here. There's so many good bands. And I feel like the followings behind them are not where they should be. And I don't know if that's a fault of the scene or a fault of the community or the city or the culture or what. But like, there's also lots of shows that go really well. And I'm not trying to say that Indianapolis doesn't have good shows because there's so many good promoters. Punk Rock Night is an example of just fucking consistency and doing it over and over and over for years on years on years and really building a community. And we need more stuff like that and Stranger Attractions and MLKB Presents and like different, like there are plenty of examples of how to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So like just to have so many people still not treating it seriously or trying to get one over on people or not being professional in the way that they approach it, like I'm fed up with it. Basically, I've had enough, you know, and I don't know if I deserve to say anything. I'm fucking just
You
some
have a
guy.
voice. You're an
I'm
artist.
just some
Of course you
guy.
do.
Dude, I think I want to do away with tickets.
It's
like
the people that speak up are the ones that make the difference. So it's important, and what you did was important, and I appreciate it. And when I saw the post, I was like, I'm with you, brother. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you know, maybe we should all just keep writing. You know, I've got my fuck you promoter song. You know, Deadfoot's got there. You know, like hell yeah.
Maybe every band in the scene could write one. Like maybe every band in town has an experience like that.
I'll
Like,
talk to the boys and I'll see if we can't play because it's Tight Like a Tiger. It's a Tight Like a Tiger song.
dude, bust it out.
Yeah, I was saying like we could fucking do it on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. When like, here's our fucking fuck you. And I'm sure Lindsay's probably got one, right?
I bet she does.
I bet Lindsay's got
I
one
bet
in
she
there
does.
somewhere in her catalog. And they've been playing for fucking ever too. You know, like
Yep.
15 years, I think now. God,
That's crazy.
yeah. I bet
I'm just like, we just played a show together for the first time in like Michiana. And I'd never met her before that. I was like, really? We've both been in punk bands for this long and just haven't met yet. But now we got 2 shows this weekend together. It's going to be a great weekend.
fuck yeah. You going Terre Haute on Friday, and then Kokomo on Saturday. You know, it's like it's a little messy now. Maybe it was for the best that I didn't post this online. I'll admit, like I might have been under the influence when I made this play.
Something.
You know, not pot. It's not whatever. You know, marijuana, whatever they call it.
I maybe went down the K-hole and started designing a flyer.
Yeah. So like the original like Treehouse, I'm excited because I've heard good things about Treehouse of Terre Haute.
Dude, so this is the third time we've been back in about a year. Like we first played there about a year ago. And I love it out there. I have a good time at Treehouse, man. It's really fun. They have good shows. It sounds good. It's always fun. It's always a good time. They treat their bands right, you know. Their artists right. So I want to give them a shout out too because I like the Terre Haute scene. That's going out there too.
Hell yeah!
It'll be a good time.
So the last time I played in Terre Haute, the people that were there watching the bands started throwing shit. Like just started throwing. It was crazy. It was like suddenly it's a Belushi speedball show, but it's tight like a fucking fiber, rocking out. And the fucking owner had, like saw on the security cameras what was going down, and they shut us down.
Oh fuck!
Like we're like dead in the middle of a song, and like cut it. And the lady just opened up on like yelling at us and really yelling at Nick. And it's like, dude, don't put baby in the corner. Oh no. And it was, oh dude, he was lit. And then Dennis got lit. And I'm like, I was just trying to I didn't even know that was happening because I'm always the guy that's moving all the fucking gear. It seems like half the time. Well, you know, the drummer, Jesus Christ. But
no, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
give drummers a hand.
And
drummers need a hand, please. Help your drummer. Help your local drummer.
Coming back into the bar, and I could just feel the energy. I was like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like I could feel it in the air or whatever. And sure enough, like here comes Nick and Dennis, and they're like, Nick's like, fucking like, you know what I mean? Like just so mad because like of how rude they were. Like they were being like really awful to us. And like that's the thing is like as it was explained to me that he, you know, like at the moment when this started, he was like, well, hey, like we can't control what these people are doing. Like we're just playing our music.
Right.
And then she like lit him up or whatever. I don't know how it went down. But either way, Terre Haute.
Now I feel bad that we've had good experiences
wild.
there.
Yeah. And like I remember at one point I was like, I got
to get out there. Sign me up.
Every time we've I've ever played in Terre Haute, it's been like shaky. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So like
maybe
really
our shows aren't that wild. Maybe we just don't get that
doing
wild at our
this
shows.
So what are the main spots in Terre Haute? Like what are the best spots? What would you say are the best spots to play?
Oh, I wouldn't fucking know. I know Treehouse.
Yeah, I've never.
I would assume somewhere on campus. There's probably like house parties and shit that would be cool to get into.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just house parties.
I can't remember the name of the fucking venue we played. But I'm sure like somebody out there is gonna like hear this story, and probably Lindsay probably knows for sure, and she felt horrible about it too. That was the night my fucking truck wouldn't start in Terre Haute. That was great.
Damn.
Yeah,
I had my car broke down in Memphis one time.
No shit.
Remember that, Pierce?
No.
Dude,
that's a running joke. I don't remember.
Seriously, Pierce and I played in a band together for like 6 years. We lived together in Nashville. Like we're old homies. And every time I'm like, "You remember that, Pierce?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "You motherfucker, we did so much shit together."
It's just
but
really high.
I was really high. I was high the whole time too. But like, I still remember.
What's the craziest thing you think you've ever experienced playing shows?
I know my story. It's with you.
Oh
tour
yeah.
there.
Oh shit,
That
dude.
was a crazy
Okay,
story.
that was a crazy tour.
You want to tell it?
You're talking about going off road.
Van, yeah,
Yeah, the van. Okay, so I'll tell it because you were driving and I was just witnessing the whole thing. So it was our first big tour. We're living in Nashville. It was our band Tax Brandywine. We were headed down to Jackson, Mississippi.
No, we're headed to Memphis.
We're headed to Memphis.
Out of Nashville.
We're headed to Memphis out of Nashville. Oh yeah, it was the first show of the tour. That was Memphis, and it's rainy. It's like a shitty rainy day. We're driving the Buckeye, which is like a 1985 fucking Chevy Gladiator.
It's like a huge,
just a big old
V8
fucking
van.
van.
With the bed in the back.
With,
Hell
the
yeah.
bed and
The
all the
TV.
gear and shit. And it's me and Pierce, and then Johnny, our drummer, and our sound guy Grant were in another vehicle. So we're by ourselves in the car, and Pierce sees an exit to like a rest stop, and he's like, "Should I get off here?" I was like, "I don't know. If do you have to like, sure, yeah." And he doesn't get off. He's like, "No, I'm gonna get off here," and then he fucking just turns it into the grass. And we start going down this fucking wet grass towards this rest stop at like 75 miles an hour. Why you were driving so fast if you were going to stop at an exit, I don't know. And then
Dude, trees were like going by
yeah,
us.
trees are
Like, I
going
was
by.
like, I have
remember,
no control.
Pierce is turning the wheel. He's like, the wheels aren't turning. I have no control. I'm like, you motherfucker, if we die. And we literally passed between two trees. Like it was the perfect angle. All of a sudden we hit concrete. He hits the brakes. We stop. Pulls into a spot. We just look at each other.
Like we almost died.
We almost fucking died. That was pretty wild.
All right, which one of you shit my pants?
Man, so you guys have been playing together for how long? Like 15 years?
15, yeah. I joined.
It's like his right out of high school.
I was still in high school. He's 2 years older than I am, and I'm 33 now. So I was 17 when I joined the band. It's been 16 years.
So we played for like
crazy.
6 years in Tax Brandywine. Then I went to California for a while. That's when he was like on War on TV.
What'd you do out there?
I tried to do like a solo thing for a while.
Right on.
Yeah.
Can we find any of that anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pierce Duncan.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, why is it your last name in there? I'll put that. Do you not want your last name in there?
You can put it in there if you want.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I'm the worst with these names. Like one time we went an entire hour with every single name wrong. Even mine. I'm pretty sure even mine was wrong. Like, son of a gun. Here we go. Oh yeah. So yeah, I wrote that. I'm gonna write that down. Check out that. It's cool. How long were you? So how long were you in California, Pierce?
I was like there for like 9 years. Then I went to Miami for about a year.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, I'm coming back.
You went from California
Yeah.
to Ohio, and then here.
Florida.
Miami, Florida.
Oh, Miami, Florida. Okay, I was thinking Miami, Ohio.
Why is that the first Miami you think of? You hear Miami like, oh, Ohio. Like, what?
They turn out good quarterbacks. Oh my god.
I'm glad I didn't say Indiana.
I'm still a Buckeye, just like Wayne. Like we're fucking born and raised in Ohio, Northern Ohio. So I don't know.
You can tell
got you.
you can
I
tell
also
you're
love
Ohio
dad
native
jokes.
because you left.
Yeah. Well, did I though? Did I really leave?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still in Ohio a little bit.
Everything is Ohio.
Yeah.
The more you tour around the Midwest, the more you realize, oh, it's the Midwest.
Yes.
Like
It's all Ohio.
It's
all Ohio. Oh, is this Ohio? Dude, we played a show. I'll tell you this story too. You'll like this. We played a show in Sandusky this past January.
Sandusky.
You love Sandusky.
Yeah, that's where my family comes from.
That's where your family's from.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Have you ever heard of Calhoun Breaks?
Didn't we stop there on the way? Isn't it right just before you get into Sandusky?
I don't know. It's the Tommy Boy reference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fuck, motherfucker.
Calhoun Breaks.
Oh my god, you asshole!
It's to your point though. To your point.
I thought you were talking about it.
They do have like big manufacturing up there.
Yeah.
It stinks in Sandusky.
I've never been to Cedar Point. I'll admit this. So we went in January. It was the night. It's an hour north of Cleveland. It's the night that the Browns got beat down by the Texans in the playoffs. And the weather sucks. It's like -20. There's a blizzard headed that way. We drove home in a blizzard. We played this fucking show in Sandusky. at this dope ass like church that's like a studio, and the dude works with the guy from Taking Back Sunday a whole bunch. They're like old friends, and so he's like, "Yeah, check that out." He's like his gold record and shit. We're like, "That's cool." And it was like a nice ass fucking studio,
Cool
super
venue,
dope
too.
place, very unassuming on the outside. Just looks like a church building. You go in, it's like fucking dope. All right, and it was really cool, but there was no one there because morale
It's so cold.
in the area and the weather and the promotion, I'm assuming. Blame another promoter. And also, dude from what was this place called? What was the name of the venue? Fuck. I can't even flame the venue. I forgot the dude's name too. It's in my phone though. He recorded the set and he was like, "I'll send you the set." He was like, "Don't, we were like, in lieu of getting paid, can you just give us the recordings of this set?" Because it was professionally set up.
Right.
And then he never sent them over. We never got those.
Right.
So he has a recording of the set that we played there.
Asked him multiple times.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a dick promoter move too. Like I you good, man?
Chef's fine.
Yeah.
Empty chair. You hear fuck
in the background. Yeah, I feel like that's another thing is like if if a sound engineer records the show, like pass it out to the band.
Please.
Yeah, like because we're shooting video, and I'd much rather have good audio. If somebody's out front shooting with their phone and the footage comes out really nice, like bro, like help us out, So
be nice.
sync up the audio with the video, make it look good. That goes a long way for self promotion. It helps like tiny little bands, and I know that a lot of these places have the capabilities to do it.
That would have been really good studio footage to have.
Yeah.
Like that was a really cool spot.
It sounds like it. The
Yeah.
church just set up to. That sounds rad.
Yeah, I mean that's like this year, like because I'm on the other side of like the pandemic. I'm here. I'm finally done it. I've recouped. It's kind of. I don't have the most paying job, but financially, like I'm on the other side of things, and I'm in a decent vehicle now, which I made a joke about yesterday because it's not a junker. It's actually a very well running vehicle, and it looks sharp.
Nice.
But I think this tax season, I'm probably going to invest in soundproofing this entire thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
And then you'll be able to record sets here,
yes.
like bands and stuff.
And
You could have bands do a fucking song when they come on the show. Not trying to tell you how to do your show, dude. I'm sorry.
yeah, believe me, these are all things.
I already told him to do that a long time ago.
I'm like, by the way, let me come in here once and tell you how to run your show.
I literally so the first scene that we were printing is going to be this month, and I'm not going to give any details about what's, going down. You'll see it when it comes out, but this timing of this, I planned out almost 3 years ago. So the thing is like, hell yeah, dude. On what you said. Like it is all part of like the thing. And especially like I've been hanging out with Derek a lot and working with Derek a lot, and he's like, sorry, Derek, but
You know,
he's
it makes
an
me feel
amazing
weird.
sound
It
engineer.
makes me feel
So,
weird. I don't like it.
He's like the perfect guy to have around. So like when it comes to that time, and we've talked about doing it in your spot as well.
Right.
But man, yeah, that would be amazing, and maybe even like get TikTok involved too, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's everything and anything is possible when you have the right equipment,
Well, and
as Nick would say, pro gear, pro attitude.
yeah. Well, and I mean, like if you're going to be recording, takes of a song, why not throw a camera up? That's an automatic music video.
Right.
It's perfectly synced. You've got all the B-roll footage you could ever want for any music video. It's all dead nuts on. You know what I mean? We're all doing the shit anyway. We might as well just throw a camera up and capture it while we're doing it.
That's true.
And if it goes out live, it goes out live. And if not, at least you can, like I was saying, there's a lot of these engineers that take live recordings from the stage. It's like, bro, hook a motherfucker up. Like, damn, man.
Right.
Like, what is it? Whose dick do I have to suck to get the recordings so that I can make my band just a little promotional video, you know? Like,
Right,
fuck.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of like part of my dreams of like how to like burn through money and not recoup it. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Just
I,
like
that's all music
wheelbarrows
is.
full of fucking money.
Music for like 99.99% of people is just how do I burn through all the extra money I've ever had.
Right.
yeah.
Fuck retirement.
Die on stage, motherfucker.
Yeah. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There's no retirement in that.
It's like, hey, you can run a podcast company and like a promotion of promoters company, because that's what like that's the beauty of like this chopped liver is like every time the idea of booking a show, every time it goes through my head, first thing I automatically no, but and then I have to use my head and not just like, you know, spit it, but it's like, why would I want to promote shows when my whole goal is to promote everybody else? Fuck that.
Mind blown.
Like, we got enough venues, promoters, you know, and all that stuff.
Well, we're down a promoter now, so
Oh, no. Northern Indiana. Oh boy. Wow.
However will we survive?
I mean, I just feel bad for the people up in like Notre Dame, and you know, now they're down one less promoter that wants you to sell tickets. So, fuck.
one more guy was like, oh yeah, so Live is gonna play this show. Like, fuck yeah, guys, just sell a bunch of tickets.
But
dude, I hate
like being on the
tickets.
outside.
I hate tickets. I wish we would just do away with tickets.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like entirely. Like pay at the door. Just make it, you know. And like some of the best times that I've ever had was having, you know, a line before the door opened and just standing there greeting people as they come into the venue, like, hey, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Great show, so on and so forth.
Let me say this. Like, here's a great example. Dopamine's album release show with the Reagan, was it Reagan? Not Reagan Youth. This something Reagan. I can't believe I'm doing that right now because they're a great band. And I'm sorry, guys, for Raging Nathans. There it is.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
And like, it's fucking, I've been dying to see this band. The band Sack is playing that show, which is like, it's like a crossbreed of like Teenage Bottle Rocket and the Lillingtons, like if they had a baby. So it's basically Cody singing with, and he's not playing guitar. They just put out an album like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Great album. You guys should check them out. Sack. But that show is going down in Cincinnati on October 18th. And like, it's only $12 to go to the show.
Right.
Okay. So there's no way that's not going to sell out. Craig and I are going to be going down there for that. And it's like, thank God we could buy those tickets, because if we drive down there, right, and we get there and it's sold out, we're fucked. We just drove an hour and a half.
That's why you show up early, bro.
See, okay, I knew you were excited.
That's why you show up early.
Say that,
dude. You know me, if I want to see the show, dude, I'll show up 3 hours early. And I took a shit in a construction porta-john one time because where were we at? Was that like, I think it was like Cleveland or something. Left a Cleveland steamer in one of the fucking porta-johns. Right across the street from the venue was a construction site, and they weren't letting people in. We were there like 3 hours early. We were like the third people in line. I had to take a fucking shit so bad. I ran across the street. By the time I come out, there's a huge line formed up, and they're starting to let people in. But you know, everybody that was there with me were like hanging out. I come out to thunderous applause because apparently everybody heard me take this massive jump at this construction site. Yeah, dude, show up early, man. You're excited about it. You'll get out there.
Shit in porta-johns, man.
Yeah. Stay the night if you have to.
I actually took a shit earlier today, and it was like it was one of those moments where I was like, I have to see, like, and I looked at it and I was like, that's got to be at least 8 or 9 Keurigs. That is fucking huge, dude. Didn't take a picture of it though, because I've seen some.
Because you're weird, but not that weird.
Not that weird. Dude, at work like a year ago, somebody took, I mean, this is the biggest shit I have ever seen in my life. It has stretched the entire toilet. Like the water in the toilet was not even as long in the toilet as that's how big the turd was. It was like one end goes into the water and the other end comes out on the other side. It's that big of a turd. And whoever took this shit left it there.
Oh,
So
How are you gonna
everybody-
flush that?
Yeah, guess what?
How,
Guess
that's
what?
never going down.
Guess
fucking
what?
artwork.
They were right. Because it was like a tourist attraction that day. Everybody's like, you got to check out the turd in the men's restroom at this side of the building.
Second stall.
Second stall. Go before someone flushes. You got to go see it. It's 17, 18 Keurigs. Like easy, huge fucking. I gotta give it to Trey and Matt for that one. Like that episode was literally made because they won a fucking an Emmy for South Park. They won an Emmy, and so their first thing they did went into see it because they do everything week by week.
Yeah.
So Monday they sit down, they write it, and then Tuesday they're fucking recording it, and then they're getting everything the card, and then Wednesday poof, they're sending it over to the fucking people that like to make everything hard. But blah blah blah. But yeah, they turned around and made an episode just to mock the fact that they won a fucking Emmy. And every time every time he's taking a shit, it just has an Emmy on each side, and it says Emmy award winning television program. It's like Jesus Christ. But in that episode, they're talking shit about YouTube, like Bono.
Yeah, I'm not a number 2.
Yeah.
I know the one.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. Like,
You want the biddy? Do you want the biddy? Bono, here, have the biddy.
I need to rewatch that one.
Dude, come on.
Hell yeah. Man, you got awesome memory, Louse. That's fucking dope. God.
I don't smoke any weed anymore.
You know what's
I
funny?
quit smoking.
There's one person in this world that I know, like he just remembers every quote from every movie or TV show ever. And I don't know, he doesn't because he smokes pot like he's breathing it. Like that's what he does. His name is Craig Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He is a machine for like lines from movies and TV shows. It's like he could just spit it.
And his span.
And he's the biggest
so
pothead out
long.
there.
Yeah, I say that. I still like do edibles and shit. I mean, I'm not saying I'm
Memory's
not.
good, but
I'm
not
still
that
smoke
good.
weed. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
See, that's what's up. That's like the future. Like no more smoking weed. Now it's all about just like,
Yeah, you just take a little thing, and an hour and a half later, you're like, whoa, I'm starting to feel a little funny.
hell yeah. I want to just a little dab, like a little drop on my
It's like a
tongue.
little drop of acid weed,
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
We kind of,
damn.
dude, you got, oh man, he's got sugar cubes. What you got there? It's like, oh, it's 80% indica, 20% sativa. It's like what? Like what? Yeah.
Does it get you high?
Yeah.
Dude, I love
Hell
that
yeah.
that's where we're at as the human race. We've just come up with such technologies to inject, fucking chemicals into our brain.
Just get away from reality for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
If this is reality.
Yeah, if this is real.
If it's reality.
So we do need to take a quick break, but before we do that, we did not do the gift of VHS, which actually I'm glad I waited this time because I based my choices off.
Somebody make a remix.
This water,
that needs to be based.
fucking me up, man. It's got the burps and everything. But so the story when you guys were down in Tennessee and Pierce drove the vehicle, yeah. So I chose this movie for you, Pierce. It's the Poisedian Adventure. I just looked at it and said that reminds me of the story you just told. So you want to? Hell yeah, thanks, Derek. And then
Poseidon Adventure.
based on your story in Sandusky, the blizzard, I grabbed it's a Hollywood movie greats, Hell Below Zero
Oh shit.
on VHS. Yeah. By the way, I grabbed both of these at Outhouse Records, where Pierce and Louse will be playing on
Saturday.
Yeah, right here on the right. It's
October 12th at Outhouse Records.
It starts at 6 p.m. $5 holler featuring Deadfoot, of course, Everroad, Dylan Salazar Band, John Q. Public, and Misunderstood.
Might I point out that we did make it on the poster this time? We're on the flyer.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And then Friday night, you guys are going to be playing out at the Treehouse of Terre Haute presents Punk Night with Deadfoot, Board of Directors, Deluxe Taxi, Misunderstood,
and
Tight Like a Tiger.
Tight Like a Tiger.
Guess what? I used the wrong flyer. I literally used the wrong flyer, kept my band off the flyer. Whoops. She sent it to me too. I must have fucked up. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, and then I had a little fun, like also gave Tyler a shout out. Shout out Tyler, great photographer. That's a great photo of you.
Tyler Muir, dude.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah. He does a great job. I mean, he's a cool dude. Like we talk shop quite a bit. So shout out to Tyler. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick break so we can stretch our legs, take a leak. For everybody out there watching, now's a good time to go get your bottle of tequila and start getting your shots ready for the second round of the 277th Chet Liver podcast and Midweek Crisis. And we will hear a word from our sponsor, The Bun Guy.
These fragments made up in my mind, tormented by the thoughts inside. They're coming like an animal, not running. Never take the fall. Every footsteps closing in behind. Surrounded. There's nowhere to hide. Overcoming. Still standing down. Quit running. I'll let you Drink my water just because you're not thirsty doesn't mean that you don't need it. Gotta drink water. Drink my water. If you sweat it out, you need more electrolytes. Drink water. Drink my water right now. Drink water. Drink my water just because you're not thirsty doesn't mean that you don't need it. Gotta drink water. Drink my water. If you sweat it out, you need more electrolytes. Drink water. Drink my water right now. Drink water. Drink my water. Just because you're not thirsty doesn't mean that you don't need it. Gotta drink water. Drink my water. If you sweat it out, you need more electrolytes. Drink water. Drink my water right now.
You got this.
You really are not. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're always gonna be a fucking piece of shit. Skunk weed.
Wanna hit?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Okay. Let's quit.
Close your eyes, Jared.
What do you see?
So you use crack or you're thinking about trying it. Crack. So if you're thinking about using crack.
Do it! Just do it!
Nothing unusual. Get help now!
You know, my favorite type of weed was cocaine. Cocaine.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. With the French toast. I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen. Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lit? Oh, you kumquat! No, you're overreacting when I put your convertible into a wood chipper, stinking extinct face. You hobo.
Oh yeah, Daddy.
Cocaine. 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 Cocaine.
And we're back. Hell yeah. Thanks everybody for sticking around to that break there. Hope you enjoyed my wacky fun time videos that I like to make. It's fun. Drug culture and all the stuff. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I was like growing up like movies and like there's a few of them like Natural Born Killers or
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
That was a big like man when that came out. It's like wow man.
Yeah.
So kind of like stuff like that. I don't know. When I first started doing podcasts, it was out of my place in Beach Grove called Horror Church, and that name comes from a film called Horror Church, which you have to go to the website because it's not credited by the National Film World Film. They said this is not a film. You're not getting no. So yeah, they just put it out on their website, but it is a movie, and I don't suggest watching it because it's fucked up. But watching that, like some of that influence of the videos that I make comes from that too. So
Gotcha.
but that is like some straight up fucked up shit. That's for sure. So
That wasn't the house in Bates Hendricks, right?
mm-mm.
Because I came and did chopped liver one time when you were in Bates Hendricks.
It was Gutters of Fountain Square.
Gutters of Fountain Square.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a cool spot. That's when we had the communion shots.
That's right.
Hell yeah. We have communion shots. They're currently being used to hold screws for one of my cabs. But I Got Worms was kind enough to donate shot glasses to the show.
Shout out, I Got Worms, winner best merch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They do have the best merch.
They do. That's dope.
It's
Like,
good
we're
merch.
sitting here
Keep it
sporting
up.
it. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Dude, I get to see them this weekend, and I'm excited.
Oh, Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
You're playing
Yeah.
the Fletcher.
Yeah,
What's it called? Fletcher.
it's the Fountain Square Plaza. We're gonna
Yeah.
be playing down there, doing something. It'll be exciting. Yeah, I Got Worms, and then High Rise Hooligan.
Harris Hogan.
That'd be fun.
DJ, never heard him before, so excited to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Check that out, Indianapolis.
Hell yeah.
There's so many good shows going on this weekend. Like it's nuts.
It's like every weekend.
Yeah. That's true.
I wrote that down.
We all complain too that there's nothing. There's no.
Like there's
music.
fucking nothing, man.
Yeah.
Like no, there's shows every fucking weekend, man.
But it's not the exact show that I want it to
Well,
be.
it's not. It's like people would rather go see this really well-known artist than me. Like what the fuck, man?
right. Yeah.
We do have some awesome spots too, you know.
Yeah. We're like the land of intimate venues. Like we might not have the largest, grandest fucking arena rock venue, but we do have some good ones. I will say that. But when it comes to intimate venues, like all the way up in scale, Indiana really does have some of the best.
Hell yeah. I really love have you guys had a chance to play Long Shot?
Yeah.
Man, I love
Yep.
playing there. I just love the energy there. Fucking Tad and Derek and everybody that works there, fucking Stouch, Jenny B, like
That's right.
I just
Shout out Long Shot.
Yeah, and we're actually playing there on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the
Jesus
thing.
Christ. Yeah, we are playing there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Oh my
Tiger,
God, dude.
come alongs, and
Did you just do that on purpose? Like you
No,
made?
I did not do
pretended
this.
like you
No.
didn't remember.
well, the thing is, like, I was just thinking about like how cool it is to play there. You know, what I
Long
mean?
Shot fucking rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's newer and like they need as much support as they could get because
They
like
do. It's a cool spot.
yeah,
It's hard to make it as a venue, especially small, intimate like that, and Dude, I love the layout. The room's just awesome.
In like cat corner, you got Imbibe, and it's like 4 stories.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesomeness and a
Do you
roof.
like duck pin bowling?
Yeah, like it's like fucking. It's they don't do live shows though, so that's
Well, we played at the Atomic
that's
Bowl.
right.
We did. Shout out the Atomic Bowl. We got thrown on that bill last minute. That was also not really a very well attended show, but my brother came to that show. I was very surprised by that.
That's well
I got
attended
to see my
enough.
brother.
Hope you take notes, Jack.
No, that's it. That's the only show.
I go to your shows, Jack. God.
Yeah, I went to your show, man.
I said something to my mom the other day. She's like, I went to your show. And I was like, Mom, that was 16 years ago. Like, come on.
She's like, that's enough for a lifetime.
Yeah. She's born 49. She up there. You know what I mean? She's up there.
It's not her scene, you know?
My dad's like 10 years older than her. So they're old. They ain't going to the show.
This ain't your mom's scene.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It'd be so funny to see my parents at one of my shows though. Now that I think about it, it's like, no, that'd be bad.
Bro, my mom and my dad tried to come to a couple of the shows when I first started playing. My dad came out to the Mel one night. I was like, you're not going to like it.
Yeah, the show they went to was at Lizards. That's how long ago it was.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah. It was Pigtail Crooks. Oh man, what's Drew's other band? Like, not the Cadavers, it's not Night Circle Symphony. It's the one right between that band. Oh, it's gonna piss me off. Really good. Order of the Black Hand.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
Who's
us
that
and
recall?
them and a couple other bands, but man, did you ever get to play Lizards?
No.
It was neat.
When did they close down?
It's interesting. They sold it and then they just turned around and opened up a venue like 2-3 blocks down called the Thompson House. But they recently sold that too. So not under ownership of that
Wow. Okay.
anymore.
I know the Thompson House.
Yeah, I think that the Thompson House.
I have played the Thompson House.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It was like, I got to play there, I think it was like 2015.
I was in a cover band at the time, I think.
Which band?
90s band. I used to play with Killing Karma, and I used to play with the Big 80s, which is their 80s band. And then I didn't play with them for a long time. And then around COVID, 2021, 2020, I got invited to play with X Generation, which was their 90s band. And I lasted 4 shows with them, and then they fired me.
What?
They hired me as the 3rd guitarist, and they had me sing like 6 songs or something. But I screwed up closing time.
Yeah.
I screwed up closing time because they had a backing track because it's got the piano part, and so I that's the last song. That's the grand finale, you know. And I missed the cue and didn't quite pick it back up, you know. And for a band of their caliber, it was unacceptable, and so they fired me.
Generation X.
X Generation.
X Generation.
Shout out Gina.
It makes me automatically made me think of the Generation X, like wrestling. Fucking now.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, is it really?
I don't know. Fuck. I don't know.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Generation X.
Yeah.
Is they're all Gen Xers? I assumed. I don't know.
Oh,
X Generation.
See, I'm 41 and I'm still. What are they? What
Are you an Xennial?
Technically, yeah. I was born in 83, so I'm like in the window.
You're in that little cusp.
Yeah, where I was like allowed to like be outside until dark and fucking ran the streets on the weekends and but in like 5th grade we got the internet and you know.
Oh, I know.
And
Definitely didn't live through
ICQ.
that.
And then by the time like I was graduating high school, I had a cell phone. Like my senior year, I had a cell phone.
Wow.
So it was like I got the old and the
Were
new.
text messages still like 40 cents a text or whatever when you had a phone then?
Mhm.
Like my dad yelled at me multiple times being like, "You're running up the bill." Sending
Yeah,
text messages.
back then, like the only way you really knew if you were truly in love is based on your text message charges.
Yeah. How many the text count?
Jasmine and I, we hit both of our phone bills combined one month was like $750. And that's when we were like, okay, we gotta stop texting each other and talking on the phone.
Why
all
the
time.
fuck did text messages ever cost money? That was just a scam by.
Yes. I mean,
They're like, it's
Well,
we're sending a message for you. Like, yeah, that's what I pay for.
But the infrastructure took like a lot to build, right? Like that infrastructure took out a lot of loans to build the infrastructure to send that text message. And at the time, the bandwidth was so limited that they could only send like small little bits of digital data. You know, now we live in a fucking fully digitized world where it's like you got fucking 5G everywhere, you know, except for in my fucking house.
Right. Well, that's the only reason we have the internet at this house is because Verizon offers a fucking 5G box.
Right.
So like literally the show is being operated off of like a super cracked out fucking cell phone. You know what I mean? Like it's sitting there. It's like 480 gigabytes, like fucking huge numbers, man. So that's, it's like $50 a month.
I feel like an old man shouting at a cloud right now. Text messages just cost money.
Yeah.
Like back in my day.
I feel you.
Yeah, you weren't in love unless you racked up a phone bill from texting.
There's a love song in there somewhere, man.
Yeah.
There's a love song like nodding to the 90s, early 2000s.
Dude,
So I wish they'd bring back the Nokia brick on like a grand scale. I know you can get them, but like if they made a smart Nokia brick, I'd buy it.
Did you see that story like a couple weeks ago where the dude like found his old Nokia phone from like 2002 and it was still like working and on with 1 bar of battery after like 22 years?
That's so
That's nuts.
That is crazy.
I love that shit, man.
Can't even imagine. That'd be wild.
That's what I'm saying. I'd buy one.
I still have every single cell phone I've ever owned.
Yeah, me too.
Still have every single, well, except for the ones that like I traded in and got the new one.
And you've got the box of cables. You're like, I might need this charging cable one day.
I have some serious boxes of cables. Hell yeah, I do.
You could say Chef has a problem.
Well, I mean, if you need a charger, I got it. Like I have like all the old like crazy fucking chargers, like the cords and stuff. I have like
32 pin or whatever.
I am
Those
that
ones
guy.
look like a clamp, like
Yeah.
huge on those old ass phones.
Where's that? I was like telling him like because one of the mic stands, I really need to like get that actually installed. But I was like, we can use this old fucking 4G, was it Galaxy Note 3 to fucking like prop up. Yeah, I mean prop up the fucking mic stand.
Yeah.
So
This is a mic stand holder.
yeah, I keep them. You know what I mean?
Little
Like
brick.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to need something that's 5/8 of an inch thick.
so Chris, not like I said Chris again. Louse, goddamn. When you were on here before, did we talk about like when you started playing music and how you came about it? Because I feel like I can't remember if we did or not. It's been a minute.
That I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's lost in the
so
archives.
like let's kind of like run over like when did you start playing bass, and then Pierce like we'll hear. And the mics are back.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting.
I heard the click.
Yeah, if you hear the click,
Click.
it's sound getting cut.
Yeah.
It's a StreamYard problem. So
Oh,
They're assholes.
pissed someone off. So I started playing music because I started playing bass because my brother wanted me to. Well, he was just like, "We're looking for a bass player, and you should start playing bass." And I was like, "Okay." I was like 10, and I'd already played violin. That was like the first instrument I picked up, so I started with violin. I also played piano, and I started bass at 10. And my brother kicked me out of his band, or he wouldn't let me join his band because I started learning with a pick. He was like, real bassists use their fingers, which I also learned how to do. Like, it's not like I didn't know how to do that, but he was upset about
It
that.
sounds to me like that promoter just like is taking the wrath of how you feel about your brother kicking you out of the band.
It all goes. I was telling Pierce this on the way down. I was like, it's all goes back to my brother growing up.
Wouldn't let me play with a pig.
Yeah, dude, it's been holding me back ever since I was a kid.
Right. I feel like there's a Dewey Cox type story there. There has to be.
Right. Wrong kid dad. You learn the wrong technique, Dewey. You'll never be as good as your brother. Or whatever.
It's such a good movie too. Oh,
My bad. I did not mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. So, I started playing bass, and then of course I was super into like Blink-182 and like Green Day, because I was that little suburban kid on the north side of Indianapolis, listening to fucking pop punk and dreaming big dreams, But yeah, no. So I've been playing bass for a long time, like over I guess 25 years almost now, which is crazy to think about. I'm pretty fucking good, like I have a band and shit.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't know. I just that's basically it. He was all my brother. So let me tell you about the time that he
He came down with a case of the getting cut in halves.
Yeah. I'm cut in half pretty bad, Dewey. Talk English, Doc. We ain't scientists. Yeah, I don't know, man. I play a bunch of instruments. I was a music teacher. Like I'm competent. I know music. I study music. I write music. I perform music. It's really the only dream I've ever had, was to be a working musician and make a living off of it. And at times in my life, I've made a living off of music.
Have you overshadowed your brother's bands?
Well, you see, that's always been the goal. Ever since he kicked me out of his fucking... Fuck you, Sasha. It's all about you, man. Fuck you. No. If you see Sasha around Fountain Square, tell him what's up.
I can't wait to see Laos on the Grammys, and he's gonna walk on stage and he's like, I want to thank God. And I want to say, fuck you, Sasha. Fuck you for kicking me out of bed. Look at me now.
Could have been you.
That'd be an epic Grammy Award-winning speech.
Hell yeah.
Look at me now, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, what about you, Pierce? How did you get into music? How did that all start?
My dad was a guitarist, so I used to watch him play growing up, and I was inspired by that. He actually got my brother a little Squire Fender for his birthday, and he never played it. I was always like messing with it, trying to play. So on my 12th birthday, I got a Squire Fender Strat. Started learned Stairway to Heaven, and I learned like the basic chords, and it was just over from there. I just took it on my own from there.
Who did somebody tell you should learn that, or did you were just like,
no? I fell in love with Jimmy Page, man. He was like my all-time favorite guitarist.
Yeah.
I'm like there you go.
Yeah.
So
first tattoo.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get inspired by a wild guy, right?
He was the best, man.
Fucking guitarist, Jimmy Page. Oh, Jimmy Page is so fucking amazing.
He's a great riff writer.
Like, yeah, I get it. He's fucking really good. Okay, Jesus.
Like just the way that he can play so tightly sloppy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, he's not a pretentious guitar player at all.
Right.
That's why I love him, because he can just kind of like work his way through shit. It's like, damn, he's got feel.
Like he came from an era of guitarists too, where like Brian May is the same way. He's like, oh, I'm not a guitarist. Like I'm an astrophysicist. It's like that's what comes first. It's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life, man?
Man, I forgot. I was gonna say like the guitar player Noodles from Offspring.
Oh, he's got a PhD or whatever.
Yeah, like. Geez,
well, yeah, it's like, I fund my astrophysics through my music.
Right.
I don't have to go get grants. I just make millions of dollars with my music, and I can fund my research.
Fucking Tom DeLonge, like doing like alien research, like dude,
dude.
He's just
getting
like,
involved in deep government secrets.
Yeah,
I saw this shirt. It's a Blink-182 shirt.
Yeah,
they're fucking totally playing out there, like trying to make money off of fucking Tom's once they used to make fun of him, and now they're like, Jesus Christ, he changed the world. And he did. He really did. His
Dude.
YouTube leaks videos
That's fucking
could
true.
not be stopped. They tried to stop him. They couldn't do it.
And now we're like, so aliens.
He's the reason why. Yeah, he's the reason why. Like,
Dude.
he's part of the reason why UAP is now a thing.
Right.
I mean, like, literally, like, and so, yeah, Blink-182 has shirts now that says Tom was right. Tom was right.
Yeah.
And it says Blink-182 real small at the bottom. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Was
mermaids.
not wrong. Was not
not.
wrong.
Do you still play Strat or what's your rig?
I'm actually playing a Jaguar.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a
Hell
cool.
yeah.
It's a cool modded Jag.
That's classy.
It's called a Jagarillo. So it's like a pawn shop. It only was out for like a year. And I saw it and I was like, that's cool. It's like a humbucker single.
Mhm.
And it doesn't have the rhythm circuit. So it's like more modded down. I put like it's a coil tap on it. So I can get that single coil sound out of the bridge, and it's
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Does all the strat things? Does the heavy
Yeah.
stuff too? That's
Can do
awesome.
that. Yeah, it's sick.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
Those things are so gnarly and they're
Yeah.
big. Yeah. Was yours the Jaguar?
So Jaguar is actually a shorter neck.
The
It's
shorter
got
one.
It's got like a 24-inch neck when the
That's
Jazz
what
Master and the
God.
Strat have like the 25.5.
So embarrassed.
No, it's cool.
There's a fucking Jaguar sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's like
Your
the
Jaguar's like-
smallest guitar they make. And I just said, it's the big one, right? No,
Yeah.
dude. What am I thinking?
It's like
of?
the Mustang.
Jazz Master.
Mustang is also smaller.
Okay. Wait. Fuck, man. I can't
Give
keep
a
up with
Mustang
Fender,
behind
dude.
you, but
Oh my
Yeah, so
god. dude.
loud.
they had a lot.
So are you like on? Are you on the Fender train? Was that something that
I
you
do
got?
love Fenders. I also play a PRS
Hell yeah.
sometimes. Not much in Deadfoot, but that's my other like main guitar.
That's a nice guitar.
So that's just a humbucker.
Yeah.
Are you in another band?
I am. Yep.
What's the name of that band?
It's called Jeff. Jeff.
What's going on?
I like Jeff.
What?
Yeah.
What is happening? Like Steve's fucking Jeff.
Yeah.
Like,
The Karens.
dude, we need to put that fucking
Karens.
show together. The Karens, the Steves,
Jasons.
the Jasons.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And Jeff. Oh, dude,
And
that's
Jeff.
a good show.
Hosted by
I should
Jeff.
say that.
So Jeff is the all of War on TV minus me with Pierce.
Is this
Oh, I
is this
figured
a
it was
sore
Sasha.
subject?
They just replaced you with
Yeah.
That was another band. That was Poor Man's Band.
Yeah.
That was also an iteration too.
And Jeff is actually what your parents were gonna name you, but they changed your name.
Shit.
It's Nicholas.
Cool.
maybe.
I don't know.
Joffre.
I just fucking, or maybe that's his middle name. I don't know.
Did we just scratch the surface of a sore subject?
I don't know. Just being silly.
little bit.
I'm like over here just
Oh my
fucking shupping it.
Did you tell them that we're idiots?
I figured they already watched the show. Yeah. They know.
No, that's awesome. I cannot do the two band thing. Like I don't, my brain doesn't work well enough to be able to keep that much like stuff on like, in focus, I guess. So like I don't know, man. How do you manage that? Like what's that look like time wise?
Well, they're both very different sounds, so it's cool. Like I love playing in Deadfoot because I can just like power chord it out and like just
Fuck
rock. And
Hell yeah.
high distortion. and-
Shit.
Well, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants rock
I
and
need
roll.
that in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
I need it for sure. So that fulfills that. And Jeff is more like intricate, more like playing more clean stuff. Like I rarely play clean, but this band's like force me to do more of that and play some more funky stuff and pop stuff using just two strings for melodies and rhythms and things like that. Just different. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm also not leading either band, so I can kind of just make
Oh,
sure I know the
dude.
songs as well as possible. And
Oh yeah.
That's
Good
like the
attitude.
golden ticket. You just get to show up and play your guitar. I'm jealous. I'm very
It's
jealous.
fun.
We ask a little more of Pierce. in Deadfoot,
Hell yeah.
Not much. A little more than that though.
yeah,
That's
no, I love
awesome.
to contribute, but yeah, no, it doesn't take up too much time or anything like that. It's great. Love it.
Oh yeah. So like I wanted to ask you too, like, so what's your rig like, man? What do you play?
Right now, I have a Fender P bass, which I just love. I was at Arthur's yesterday playing a Squire P bass, and I was like, I think I just like P basses, man. They're just
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
just fucking iconic.
Leo got it right the first time. Just
Yeah,
like
I mean,
right
just,
out of the
just
gate.
nailed it. I'm like, damn, dude. I don't know if I'll ever. I used to have like a a Music Man, and I was sort of talked into getting that bass, but it never spoke to me the same way that a P bass does.
Mhm.
You know, so I've got that, and then I actually am looking to invest in an Ampeg, their new like Rocket Bass series. It's because the only reason I never used an Ampeg in the past was because I didn't want to haul a fucking 100-pound amp around.
Yeah.
And they figured it out with a solid state bass amp that fucking sounds like an Ampeg, but is also super portable and super easy to carry around. So that's going to be my next thing. Right now, I just have a DI pedal, and I sort of use whatever's available on a given night if backline is expected. But
So what speakers are you Cab, are you leaning towards? What was that again?
I think it's the Rocket Bass from Ampeg.
Sure.
It's
damn it.
The Rocket something, Rocket Man, Rocket Bass, something like that. And it's like it's a whole line of different side speakers, and I would just get the biggest one. I think it's a 15. Just
15.
Yeah.
Probably with the horn in there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That classic deep.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Awesome.
Ampeg makes like the most glorious bass sounds. Like they really do.
It's classic. Not every time, but a lot of the time when we're like, I'm recording bass and then we're reamping it after the fact with like just a plug-in. I'm always like, well, the Ampeg just fucking sounds the best.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it. I don't want it to, but it just fucking does.
Yes.
I'm like, we'll just use the Ampeg.
Fucking I've worked with like in so many bands and different bass players, and I will say like, because I played bass when I was in like high school. I got forced into it, but whatever. I was forced into it. I was all about it. And my favorite bass of all time, Fender American Precision Bass, fucking 1983, fucking the year I was born. Had that motherfucker, but I ended up selling it, of course. But fuck yeah. Digress. I was saying, damn, what? Yeah, period. Every bass player I've ever worked with, you know, like this person's used this gear, like SWS, or this person uses fucking Fender, whatever. But man, that Ampex sound is just fucking.
It's just iconic.
You can't fuck with it.
I mean,
it's something that you see a lot over and over and over again.
Right. I've had a Mark bass for like 15 years. I mean, I'm a big believer in Mark bass too. I love Mark bass. Don't get me wrong. The problem is that it's an Italian company, and if something goes wrong, which it did with my amp after a decade plus of tearing it apart, hauling it around, like understandably so, not a lot of like amp techs in the area work on Mark bass. So it's like if I'm gonna get something.
It's kind of giving me heartburn right now because that is exactly what fucking Nick bought for Tyler Tire. He has a Mark IV bass cab.
I mean, they're great amps,
But
and
he's a PV amp though, so maybe I'm in the clear. Yeah, like because I work on our gear. So
my bassist uses a Mark bass. It's been one of the most reliable rigs he's had for a long, like. I mean, he's used it forever, and he's used it for everything from like upright to, you know, playing electric. It covers a lot of ground. It has a tube, so you can like roll the tube in. Like you can mix between solid state and having that preamp tube in there. So you can like it does. Yeah, it does the thing. I love playing out at the Riot Room because Fred loves Mark's bass, and so he's like, dude, that bass sounds awesome. It's like, yeah, he spent a lot of time on it. Dude, when it comes to bass, for me, it's like P bass into an Ampeg. It's on so many albums for a reason.
Yeah, dude. That's probably gonna be. I'm so basic. That's gonna be my rig.
Right.
P bass through an Ampeg. Like,
hell
God
yeah,
damn it.
man.
We can never.
Fuck yeah.
It's like a Gibson through a Marshall. Like you just
Yeah,
do Les
absolutely.
Paul through a Marshall.
That's me. That's who I am. Like all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like damn. Like I like Fender too.
God damn it! I am my father. Fuck.
What was my first guitar was an Alvarez knockoff Strat. So, but it had a humbucker, which like fucked me up. You know what I mean? Like fucked me up because after that, it's like,
Sounds weak.
no, I just have to have it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
gotta have that humbucker. So, before we run out of time, I do want to ask two things I want to make sure we knock out. What is your guys' writing process like for Deadfoot?
A lot of the time I will come to rehearsal with either a whole song. Like Done in Kokomo, I sort of just wrote it and we pretty much recorded it right away. But it's something like that, or I'll have a few parts and we'll flesh it into a whole song. So a lot of the time there'll be just a riff that we play at practice, and sometimes those turn into pretty quick songs. Pierce has written a few songs for us since he's been in the band that we've also expanded on or adopted into our set. And then Matt, our guitarist, also sometimes he'll play a riff and I'll be like, I like that, and then just build around it. I mean, it can happen in a number of ways.
That's cool. See, like everybody's different, you know, like Tight, it's almost completely like Nate brings the song and we just like rock it out. And like for me as a guitarist, like I have to have a signature, you know what I mean? Like, so there's certain things about how I play my music, and you know, you'll hear that on this next album, by the way. It's like you're gonna hear it, you'll know, yeah, for sure, because I just feature have it. And then like I get one song per album. You know what I mean? Like I get one song. And then like Sixth Ripper, on the other hand, it's like everybody.
Right.
Everybody is up in that shit. And with like writing songs like as a group, like, which is really weird. But it is kind of weird. Like trying to like form, you know what I mean, that way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's weird for me at least.
Doing it in front of other people is like, you just gotta fucking do it, you know. And then something. So I think I'm lucky as a bass player because I can sort of control the low end. I'm like, well, this is where the notes are gonna go, so fucking play over it, motherfuckers. You know, that's how I feel.
Like we had a Red Lighters, so like a newer band, which by the way, Red Lighters still exists. Anybody, we're still around, but we're actually getting ready to play some shows here in November. And Nick brought a song to the table on this last practice, and I was like, God damn it, not another new song. And you know, he shows us this riff, and so we just initially that's what we're doing, is we're picking up from there. And like by time like we are done with band practice, I have my guitar parts written, and it's nothing like what he fucking showed me. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta at least get that juice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know. As artists, like we love, that's what we do. We write. You know what I mean? Like we want to write and create music and be a muse and fucking all that stuff. And it's, you know, knowing. That's why I asked, because like I find it really interesting to know like how you guys go about like writing and all that stuff.
The first wave of songs of Deadfoot were all me, because it was my project and I started writing it on. It started as like, how many instruments can I write a song on? And so the first batch of songs.
Yeah, dude. By the way, Louse is a fucking badass piano fucking player. I just wanted to say that, man. Like you were over there fucking crushing that motherfucker. I was like, hell yeah, that fucking piano's finally getting some use. Yeah, you sound great, man. You're a great pianist.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like, were you like? Did you take lessons and all that?
Or I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Took lessons on
man,
piano.
You're over there like. Not. To,
That's that was a little Legend of Zelda
bust.
song. That's my little iconic piece. It's from Breath of the Wild. Cass's theme. It's this like huge bird that plays this song on the accordion, and so I like translated it to piano. And I just like to play it. I like to bust it out. It's my little waltz. I didn't play the whole thing. It goes into the whole Legend of Zelda theme and stuff. But yeah, man. I mean, so I'm a multi-instrumentalist, and so Deadfoot started as sort of a songwriting project / like, what am I going to do with my life? I'm going to be a dad. So like, fuck me, you know, I'm a piece of shit and I hate myself. You know,
Fuck
all that
you,
stuff, all those
Sasha.
feelings you have where you're like struggling with existentialism while you're trying to figure out how you're going to be a father for the first time.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. If
And
you
then
know,
you're like,
if you
fuck it,
can
I'm going to
relate.
make music.
Yeah, you're like, I guess I'll just make music
Yeah.
about it because that's the only way I know how to make myself feel better. But yeah, so it just sort of evolved from there, man. And then I like to have collaboration, and I think we have a lot of different songs and we have different influences, and we all come. It's just Deadfoot is the most natural band I've ever been in. Like we all get along. No one has a crazy drug or alcohol problem. We're all pretty chill. We're all pretty laid back. There's not really any egos in the band. I
That's
think
awesome.
we could all spend large periods of time together and not get sick of each other, kind of thing. Like,
Hell yeah.
just
I feel like that's the make or break for a band. How
Yes.
long can you be in a van? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how long
Yeah.
can you be in a van with each other?
we never get back from the road like shitty at each other. We might be shitty about something that happened, or like be
Right.
like fuck Chicago, but like we're never mad at each other, so it's cool.
Fuck I hate when I do that. Hell yeah. I mean, that's like, dude, like the being with Like Tiger, like Nick, Dennis, and I have been playing music. I joined in 2012, so 12 years with me in the band. And the band started in 2008. But man, like all these years and time just spent together, and I just really think the big thing, like, you ever heard of Full Monty, local
Yes.
band? So like, man, like you could just feel that energy on
Right.
you know, watching them play, and like, you know, they're just so entwined together, and it's such a beautiful thing. And that's really what a band to me is the most important, is that it's like it's almost like family, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, with that said, that means sometimes there's gonna be some, you know, arguing over pizza rolls or something. You know, like, no way, like this, he had the computer yesterday. I want, you know, whatever. I'm just
Right.
kidding. But
You're gonna sleep in that bed because you peed in it.
but yeah, it's such a cool thing. And it's remarkable that you two have worked together for 15 years, man. 16 years. That's so fucking, it's awesome.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, with a long break, sort of. But I mean,
Well, yeah, but still,
I mean,
yeah,
we've been playing in bands for that long together. Yeah. So
super fucking cool. So like, do you want to reiterate? Oh man, look at all these comments.
oh yeah, we had a fact check, by the way. It was Dexter has the PhD, not Noodles.
Yeah.
So
You were wrong.
we're fucking idiots, and we don't deserve a platform.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Larry said hello. Hello, Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
Yeah, Larry,
joined
what's
in.
up, man? We haven't played with the Steves in a while. Let's fucking hang out.
Yeah. for
Let's
sure.
play another
What's up,
show.
Larry?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think we're, yeah. So let me run these banners up here real quick. So you can check out Deadfoot this Friday in Terre Haute. As soon as I get the treehouse of Terre Haute, like, get to the flyer shop.
Can I? Are we wrapping up the show? Is this like? Are we at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say another thing?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Not to interrupt
No.
the weekend. We'll get there, but I did want to bring up Indie Skate and Music Fest.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that's
because-
right. You do that. Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if you were familiar with it. We've done it one time. It was 2022. It was at the Velodrome at Major Taylor, in Indianapolis. It was, the idea was, it's a punk rock and skateboarding festival. You know, grew up with punk rock skateboarding, and we're like, what's a good venue to do this festival? So we landed it on Major Taylor. Did the thing. It was a 1-day festival. We had bunch of local bands playing, and then a couple of out of town bands. We had fucking Sundown played the show. It was Chromorama. It was War on TV and Deadfoot. It was Joshua Powell did it. Fucking Jay Elliott was there. God damn it! Now I'm shitty because I'm gonna forget the other bands. Teo played. Fucking. There's a few other bands that also played. I'm sorry for the other bands I'm forgetting. I don't mean to forget you. But anyway, the idea is that it was going to be sort of a thing we did on an annual basis. Well, it didn't happen 2023. It didn't happen 2024. But 2025, We're gonna bring Indie Skate Music Fest back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there was food trucks, there's concessions, there's things to do, there's splash pads, there's the idea this time is it's going to be bigger and better. We're gonna try to get some regional acts, maybe get a national or two on the bill. Try to sell tickets. We had to make it a free festival last time. We're going to try to get the right permits to be able to sell tickets, figure out liability and all that, as well with the skate park, because the skate park is owned by a separate entity than the park ranch. I'm getting into logistical shit that we have to figure out when you're running a festival, basically.
Yeah.
But the idea is we're going to bring it back next year and to spread the word and make it, because also what I want this to be is something that helps the music culture of Indianapolis, the arts culture of Indianapolis. That's the grand vision, is to have an event that's possibly on par with Lollapalooza or Riot Fest or Bonnaroo or something. I mean, if it got to that point, it would have to be maybe at Ruoff or something. But I'm just saying, like, we want to bring it back and we want to make it as cool as possible. And so I'm, I guess, officially announcing it, even though I sort of already posted about it a couple times. But like, I want people to know that it's in the works and we're going to fucking make it a cool thing. And the more people that get behind it and the more people that help build up the community, it's like, it's the same thing with, like, I have that experience, you know, I ran a fucking festival and it's like all the things not to do, like shady promoter guy in Kokomo, full circle, are all the things we're not going to do with Indie Skate Music Fest. We're going to do it fucking legit. It's going to be cool. It's going to be bigger and better than last time. And for the people who were there, the hundreds of people who were there and the thousands of people who knew about it, it's going to be bigger and better.
Fuck yeah. Do you want to put your email out there for people that might want to play it?
Yeah, I mean, so Indie SMF, which is Skate Music Fest, Indie INDY SMF LLC at gmail.com. That's the email to reach out to us. We'll get a legit email. We got to get the website back up and all the stuff, you know, that you have to do. But for right now, you can reach us there. If anyone is interested, reach out to us and we'll see. We're trying to get some more. That's the one. Trying to get some more sort of regionals and nationals on there, but we also have to have the budget for that.
And
so
you're probably going to be looking for what do you call them? The people that like set up booths and stuff. Are you gonna
vendors?
Vendors, yeah. So
yeah, we'll have vendor booths, we'll have food trucks, we'll have skateboarding, we'll try to get a pro skater out there, try to have some, you know, that's up to the skateboard community, and they stepped up huge last time, and now we're going to ask even more of them this time. So it's,
I'll definitely be hitting you up.
Cool.
I'm going to want to get a booth this year. So
fuck yeah, man.
Booth.
Every little bit counts, man. That's gonna be dope, dude. Live fucking podcast the show.
Yeah, probably gonna do that. Yeah, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long.
It's a long day.
Hell yeah.
I mean, for us, it was like a 14-hour day last time. So that's just what it is. On top of the countless hours you put into it.
What about volunteers? Are you looking for volunteers as well?
Always, yeah. I mean, last time around KIB, like Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, helped us clean up the park afterwards.
Awesome.
I have White River Rugby, my rugby team that I played for 8 years, helped us with sort of running the day and running security. And this time it's going to be bigger and better. So we're going to have upgraded security and upgraded everything, you know, maybe even more, some porta potties, whatever, because Major Taylor does have pretty good facilities. But you know, logistics and all that stuff, I don't want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. It's just what you have to do when you're putting on a festival. So
hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming out, making the drive, and let's party, baby. Friday night's going down in Terre Haute. So you can check out Deadfoot this Friday in Terre Haute at the Treehouse of Terre Haute. Or if you're out in Kokomo on Saturday, Deadfoot is playing with Everroad, Dylan Salazar Band, John Key Public, and Misunderstood. That's Saturday in Kokomo. And then on Friday with Board of Directors, Misunderstood, and Tie It Like a Tiger.
It's not Deluxe Taxi.
It's not Deluxe
They're
Taxi.
not on the bill. Okay.
So I'm going to have to
what happened to
have a conversation with myself about leaving.
That was an interesting story. that I don't know if I should share. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like that's
on
gossip.
the,
But
on the next podcast, y'all.
Next one.
yes, and I want to point out also last thing, Done in Kokomo, the new song about the whole situation in Kokomo,
That's right.
out on Friday. Got the sneak preview tonight. It'll be on YouTube on Friday, and it'll be up on all streaming platforms shortly after that. And then we have an EP that we're going to drop here in the next month or two that we're wrapping up, that we've been working on for a while, that we interrupted with the single that we're going to drop that's even newer than that, and then put the EP out.
Right on, man. Hell yeah.